Hello everyone, welcome to AVLSI lecture number 40.1. Today we are going to solve a numerical on telescopic cascode op-amp. So let's begin. So in the circuit of figure 40.1.1 that is shown over here, we have to assume W by L of 1 to 4, that is M1 to M4 transistor is given as 100 divided by 0.5. ISS value, the current source value is around 1 milliampere. The VB value, the biasing voltage for M3 and M4 is around 1.4, and gamma is given as 0. That means no body effect. Also, we have to assume that W by L of 5 to 8, that is for M5 to M8 transistor, is given as around 50 divided by 0.5. And M1 to 4 are identical, and M5 to 6, M5 to M8 are identical transistors. So this is our telescopic cascode op-amp. And basically here, if you can see carefully, the input terminal, which is applied to the gate terminal of M2, is directly connected to the output. So basically this amplifier, this op-amp is in the unity gain buffer mode. Okay, so we have to calculate the maximum output voltage swing. And secondly, we have to calculate the open loop voltage gain. So the NMOS and PMOS parameters are given in the form of VTH, lambda, and mu n Cox and mu p Cox. So let's proceed. Yeah. So as we have discussed before, the given circuit is a telescopic cascode op-amp in a unity buffer configuration. So let's calculate the maximum output swing. So the maximum output swing V out max will be given by VTH4 minus of VGS4 minus VTH2. So where did we get this from? We got this from the discussion from the last lecture. Let me show it to you. Remember in the lecture number 39.2, we have discussed about this, right? For telescopic cascode op-amp, the output swing is basically VTH4 minus VGS4 minus VTH2. So from here, we are getting that expression. And let's continue from the numerical now. Okay. So let's get back to it. So your V out max value is VTH4 minus VGS4 minus VTH2. So first of all, we'll calculate VGS4, right? So basically your ID4 value will be half mu n Cox W by L of 4 into VGS4 minus VTH4, right? The whole square. From here, we can write VGS4 minus VTH4 is equal to square root of twice ID4 divided by mu n Cox W by L of 4. Now, if you see carefully, ID4 is equal to ID2 because they are connected in series. And your ID4 will be half of ISS value because your circuit is symmetric, right? So ISS value is 1 milliampere given. So ISS by 2 will be 0.5 milliampere. So we substitute the values over here, right? Twice into 0.5 milliampere divided by mu n Cox, it's 134.225 micro into W by L of 4, which is 200. So the value of VGS4 minus VTH4 is coming out to be 0.193 volt. Fine. Now your VGS4 can be written as 0.193 volt plus VTH4. And what is VTH4? The threshold voltage for all the NMOS transistors is given as around 0.7. So we substitute the value of 0.7 over here. So we got VGS4 as 0.893 volt. Now the maximum output swing is V out max, which is VTH4 minus VGS4 minus VTH2. So VTH4 is again an NMOS transistor. Its value is 0.7 minus of bracket 0.893. VTH2 is again NMOS transistor, so minus 0.7. So the calculation of this is V out max is basically 0.507 volt. So this is the maximum output swing. Now next, we have to calculate the open loop gain. So without the unity gain buffer configuration, we have to calculate the open loop gain for a telescopic cascode op-amp. So here we have been given that M1 to M4 are matched and M5 to M8 are matched. So we can substitute GM1 equal to GM2 equal to GM3 equal to GM4 is equal to GMN. Then GM5 to 8 are equal, and they are equal to GMP. Similarly, RO1 to RO4 is equal to RON, and RO5 to RO8 is equal to ROP. Now the open loop gain formula for a telescopic cascode op-amp is given by this. We have derived this in the last lecture. So this is given by minus GMN into GMN into RON square parallel to GMP into ROP square, right? So here we first calculate GMN is basically a GM1, right? RON is basically RO1, and RO5 is basically ROP. So let's calculate GM1. So GM1 is square root of twice mu n Cox W by L of 1 into ID1. So over here, mu n Cox value is 134 micro. W by L is 200, and ID1 value will be half of ISS, which is 0.5 milliampere. So GM1 after calculation is coming out to be 5.18122 milliampere per volt, which is same as GMN. Next, we calculate RO1. So RO1 is 1 upon lambda 1 into ID1. Now, M1 transistor is NMOS, so lambda 1 value is 0.1 into ID1 is 0.5 milliampere. So 1 divided by 0.1 into 0.5 milli, that will be 20 kilo ohms. So RO1 is equal to RON, which is equal to 20 kilo ohms. Now RO5 will be 1 upon lambda 5 into ID5, and ID5 is basically again 0.5 milliamperes because M1, M3, M5, and M7 are connected in series. So same current flows through all of them. So your M5 transistor is a PMOS. So for a PMOS, lambda value is 0.2. So 1 divided by 0.2 into 0.5 milli, that will give us ROP as 10 kilo ohms. RO5 equal to ROP equal to 10 kilo ohms. Fine. So we have calculated GMN, RON, and ROP. Next, we have to calculate GM5. Okay. So GM5 is basically a GMP only, right? So GM5 is square root of twice mu p Cox W by L of 5 into ID5. Now ID5 is again 0.5 milliamperes, again ISS by 2, and mu p Cox is 38.35 micro, and W by L of PMOS transistor is 100, and ID5 value is 0.5 milli. So GM5 is coming out to be, if you calculate it, substitute all the values in a calculator, GM5 value is 1.9557 milliampere per volt, which is same as GMP. Now we are calculating GMN into RON square. So GMN value is 5.181 milli into 20 kilo ohms, the whole square. So that value is coming out to be GMN into RON square will be 2072.488 into 10 raised to 3, right? Similarly, we'll calculate GMP into ROP the whole square, which will be 1.9557 milli into 10 kilo ohms the whole square. So that comes out to be 195.57 into 10 raised to 3. Now we will make the parallel combination, that is of these two terms, GMN into RON square parallel to GMP into ROP square. So the parallel combination will be 2072 into 10 raised to 3 parallel to 195.57 into 10 raised to 3. And the result come out to be 178.7064 into 10 raised to 3. So finally, the open loop gain formula is minus GMN into GMN into RON square parallel to GMP into ROP square. So this term value is 178.7 into 10 raised to 3, and GMN value is 5.18122 into 10 raised to minus 3. So the multiplication of these two will give us the open loop voltage gain as minus 925.917. So you can cross check this answer. If you get any different answer than this, please let me know in the comment section. Yeah, so we have calculated the open loop gain, which coming out to be minus 920, around approximately 926. And we got the output voltage swing in the form of 0.507. Yeah, so we have completed this numerical now, and we have come to the end of this session. And that's it for today. Next time we'll continue with the topic of single stage op-amp. So until then, have a good day and thank you.